Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So a client of mine sent me this Gypsy dress to make for her. So I'm going to take you guys through the process of making this Gypsy dress. Now let's get started. So this is a 2-step Gypsy dress, and the length of the dress is 65. So first thing first, I'm going to be cutting out my gathers. Now this is the first step of my gathers. The width is 15 inches and the length is 60 inches. And I'm going to join the both of them together for the first step. Now this is the second step of my dress. The width, I'm making it 20 inches, while the length is still the same 60 inches. So I'm going to be cutting out 3 20 inches width. I'll have to join the 3 together. That is what I'm going to be using for the down gather of my dress. Remember, the first step, I cut out just 2 pieces, while the last step, I cut out 3 pieces because I want that done to be more wider than the first step. So guys, I'm going to take them to my machine, and this is the process of doing the gathers. Now guys, this is how to sew your gathers. You're going to set your machine on gathers, depending on the kind of industrial machine you are using. So after doing my gathers, I'm going to be cutting my half cut, which is the length from my shoulder to that joining part before the first gather. That is what I'm going to be cutting now. And the length is 30 inches. So as usual, I'm going to add 1/2 inches seam allowance to it. I'll cut it out. So I'll get my bust. That's my 10 inches, which happens to be the distance from my shoulder to my bust. Then my shoulder to my waist, I'm going to be using 17 inches. Now my waist, as usual, I'm going to divide by 4. Then mind you, because it's not a fitted dress, so I divided by 4 and I added 5 inches allowance to it. Not my regular 2 inches. Like I said, this is not a fitted dress. This is like an A-line dress. So my waist, I added same 5 inches allowance to it. So the length of my dress, that is my knee part of the dress, I'm going to be dividing my hips measurements by 4. Then I'll add the same 5 inches allowance to it. So that is how I'm going to get my hairline for the half cut of my dress. So now we have to connect the down length to my waist. From my waist, I'll connect it down to my bust. From my bust, I'll connect it down to my shoulder. Then I'll cut it out. Sorry guys, my chalk is not that visible. Now I've cut out the front part of my half cut. So I'm going to place my front to cut out my back. Now this is how I'm going to be placing my front to cut out my back. Obviously, I'm going to be adding my zipper allowance to it, which happens to be 2 inches. So this is it guys, after cutting it out. Now you can see my 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So time to cut out my neckline. So the depth of my neck, I'm going to be using 3 inches. So I'm going to be using 3 inches by 4 inches, which is the deepness 3 inches, then the wideness of the neck 4 inches. So I'm going to connect it like this. Then for the back neck, I'm going to be doing 2 inches by 6.5 inches. So now the reason why the back neck wideness is up to 6.5 inches is because my zipper allowance is included. So now I'm going to be doing my shoulder slopey, which I'm going to be working with 2 inches. So I'll cut it out like this. Now this is my shoulder sloping. I'm going to remeasure my armhole. Now it's good to remeasure your armhole to know if it's a bit too small or too wide. Now if it's too small, you still have the opportunity to recut. So I'm going to cut out that belt, the belt on the dress, and my belt is going to be 2 inches, 2 inches wide. Now I'm going to be turning the neck of my dress, or you can call it piping. So now I'm going to be using these 1/2 inch pieces that I folded into 2 to piping the neck of my dress, just like so. Guys, when you are piping your neck, you don't rush, because the sewing of the neck has to come out neat. This is me after sewing it. Now I'm ironing it. You can see how neat it is. So after ironing, I'm going to place my back like so. I'll place my back, then I'll use 1/2 inch allowance to join my shoulder. After joining my shoulder, I'm going to be taking my back dart. My back dart, which I'm going to be using 4 inches. 4 inches from my zipper allowance, I'll get 4 inches. Now you can do 4.5 inches, you can do 5 inches, depending on the measurement of your client. So we are doing 4.5 inches now. So I'll make sure I'm using the same 4.5 inches from top to bottom. Now from my shoulder, I'm going to chalk 8 inches. So I'm going to sew it from my 8 inches down. This is me after fixing my dart, after joining my shoulder, after fixing my zip. Now this is my zip. I'm done fixing my zip. So guys, this is time to fix my sleeve. I'm going to be fixing my sleeves. This is my armhole. Now this is my sleeve. I'm going to be fixing my sleeve now. Guys, this is it. After fixing my zip, then I used 1.5 inches to shape my dress for the both side. Now this is it. So I'm going to be fixing my first step gather. Remember, my Gypsy dress has 2 steps. So now I'm going to be fixing the first step. Guys, this is how to draw your gathers. You first of all measure the length of the down, because we are going to be working with that length. We are going to gather these pieces to the actual length of that gown, then we'll place it. You gather like this till you get the actual length of that gown. Then you take it to your machine. You place the gather on it, just like this. Now, when you are placing, you are adjusting. You don't just place. While placing your gathers, you will use your hand to adjust the gathers before you sew. So guys, this is it. So after fixing this first step, then I'll go ahead and fix the second step. So after fixing my second step, I'll use 1 inch to fold in the down of my dress. Guys, you can actually use more than 1 inch. It all depends on the allowance you added to the cutting of your dress. I'm using 1 inch because I added just 1 inch folding allowance to my dress. Guys, this is it. After fixing my first and second step gathers, this is it. Our Gypsy dress is ready. Yes, our dress is ready. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Please turn on your notification bell so that anytime I post new videos, you will be notified. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.